Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play some more Merfolk and Historic. Today might not be as long as we normally play. I kind of got last minute notice that I am not going to have internet for the next 2 days while I am in the process of moving across town, so there is going to be a bit of a disruption, but I wanted to at least get something out to you before that happens, so hopefully we can fly through this and jam some games with this. So I decided that today we're going to try something a little bit more aggressive. Instead of like Wizard's Retort, we're going to play with some Spell Pierces, and we're going to play with more 1-drops. I think Jade Bearer is a interesting card to put in here. It's got some interesting synergy with Benthic Biomancer, so it's a 1-drop that puts 2 power in play as long as it's not the first thing that you play, and you can use Jade Bearer to put the counter on Biomancer to just trigger his loot ability whenever you need. So constantly is fixing cards in your hand with this, so that's kind of neat. And then the other card I want to try out here is Merfolk Skydiver, and this has more synergy with this Jade Bearer and the Biomancer. But you put counters and things, and then this helps you proliferate. This also puts counters and stuff to make things bigger, so can get flying in the late game, which I think that's fine. It maybe will help us a little bit against some of the white decks, so that's what I'm hoping to see. Other than that, we'll try this and see how it goes, and then maybe next time we might make some adjustments to it, but that's how I want to start this. And I don't want to go on too long. I really just want to play games while we have time to do it, because I have no idea if or when my internet's going to disappear today. Theoretically, that's going to happen in like an hour, so let's play while we can. Oh, it's Kyle's mom. I heard Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch. Oh, she's standing right behind me, isn't she? I love the South Park movie. That's great. Yeah, this seems great. We'll keep it. Opponent goes first. Temple, so this is probably blue-white control. Oh, that's fantastic. Commander Speaker is exactly what we want in turn 1. We just play a bunch of lords and hope that we can race. Yeah, South Park is like something I love, so that's neat to see that. Pretty much just, I don't even think it has a schedule. It's just whenever Trey Parker and Matt Stone just have time to do it. Oh, damn it. Yeah, well, it also hasn't helped that, like, since coronavirus has happened, that my internet has been spotty, so hopefully this doesn't mean that what I think it means. There we go. Yeah, okay. It keeps going, like, in and out. Like, it's been terrible. I keep losing connection, so, fuck. Yeah, this is not good. Like, yeah, it's blue-white control, so this is going to be unfortunate. Like, hopefully that's not going to happen too much more. We got to be careful, because they definitely can just play, like, Shatter the Sky and ruin our lives. Let's play Merfolk Skydiver. I'm going to put the counter on Merfolk Mistminder. Let's put some to 11, and then we'll have. No, they want to bounce that. That's fine. Right, then I'm willing to play this. I want to like continue to threaten them. So, I mean, if they have Shatter the Sky, like we can't do anything about it right now. Brazen Borrower can block this Skydiver, so that's worth noting. But I mean, if they want to trade Borrower for this thing, like, that's not the end of that's not the worst thing that could happen. And we might want to hold Trickster up to deal with that if they do that. Teferi, ugh, fuck. Yeah, that's not helping. Well, if it bounces something, it's easy to kill it. It looks like they're debating bouncing the Kamena speaker. Yeah, that's fine. Which, yeah, it does kind of suck, because it means that if we want to kill Teferi, then we have to actually... We can't play two things if we want to play the Lord and that. This is not easy. I might flash in Trickster on their end step. But I mean, I don't want to play the Lords just yet, because they might have Shatter the Sky. Eh, not you. I'm going to keep you on the board for right now. I'm going to take 5 damage, that's fine. You can always flash in a Brazen Borrower. If they're playing their own Brazen Borrower, it means they don't have a sweeper in hand, that, or at least they're not intending to cast one, so... Yep. That sucks. I can't counter it, so... I guess, can I attack through it? I might be able to do that. Okay, so if I bounce Brazen Borrower, they can block 3 damage, and then they're going to take 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, this thing, yeah, like, so I definitely want to play this. So right now, this can block here, and then this can block here. They'll gain 3 life, they'll go to 12, and then they're only going to take 7, 8, 9, 10. I could either play another Mistbinder, or I could play... I think I just do this. I think I just need to try to deal as much damage as quickly as possible. Force them to have to wipe the board, and then hope that maybe this Brazen Borrower can get there. think they should block the Merfolk Skydiver, not the Borrower. So the Skydiver can get much bigger. Alright. So I think if they don't sweep the board this turn, I think we can actually win. So that's the plan. We're trying to make them use Shatter the Sky. And then hopefully if we do that, then we can win with the cards in our hand. Because even if they gain 5 life, that's not enough. They have to, like, sweep right now. Yeah, alright. I mean, it's not perfect, but we get to play 2 things, so... So I could play both of these. It puts 5 power in play. I could also play Benthic Biomancer, adapt it, and then try to find another Lord or something. I can adapt it and then do this again. It might be worth it. Guess I want to discard this. I think we want to cast Silvergill. Yeah, like we're gonna cycle through a bunch of cards until we find what we want here. But this is gonna be difficult to erase this because of the search for Iskanta. Well, are they flipped the previous one, so they have the ability to dig for more sweepers. I think if we draw a Lord, we can win. If they have nothing. Well, that's not nothing. That's something. Alright. This puts another creature in our hand that's big enough where if they sweep the board with Shatter again, at least we draw a card. But this still, I think, threatens to kill them. Also, they can tuck this. I don't know. Like, okay, that means they probably found a sweeper. So I feel like if they didn't find a sweeper, they'd be doing something, or they have to have something. Yeah, that's time wipes. Does the same thing basically. I think this game's over. They had too much too quickly. Like the little Teferi, the sweeper, the borrower into like big Teferi and another sweeper. Like, yeah, we're dead. Let's move on to something better, because like we were close, like we almost got there, but we didn't. I think if we had Spell Pierce, we probably could have like got there. But we were also on the draw that game, I think. So if being on the play, like I think we easily could have won it. I'm not sure how I feel about this build yet. I don't know. We have less counter spells, but Spell Pierce is a little bit better against this deck, I think. It's easier to hold up. I don't really like this hand very much. I guess we're going to keep this and we're going to put one Rejury on the bottom. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. Well, it's not a... That's fine. The knight actually can't attack into this thing, so... So here's the thing. Next turn, they can just make this a 4/4, and I think... Yeah, I think that... We're not going to block, because if they play a land, they attack with both of them. They can activate this ability to put a counter on it, but that's fine. I think we want to just hope to draw a land, so that way... Yeah, like, blocking is not an option, because they can make it a 3/4. Ouch. Ooh, okay. Well, that's sort of fine. So I can cast Biomancer for free, basically. Ugh, that's rough. Why did they not kill the Rejury? That seems like a mistake. Ooh, okay, so here's an option. I can cast the Rejury, untap a Breeding Pool. I don't know, I guess we're going to untap this. And we're going to untap. We'll cycle this card. Unfortunately, can't cast it this turn. I don't think we're in any danger of dying here, so... Our opponent is in danger of dying next turn for sure. I don't think they can deal 10, so... That was a pretty ridiculous turn. So it made Skydiver look pretty cool. Like, we got to adapt with this bend, so... So yeah, I think because we made, was it Platinum last time, we get to start in Silver tier, we just skip Bronze. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really do, like, 2 of these things right now because we don't have white or red spells in our deck, so... And I have not actively been cycling through them during the week like I really should have been, so... I'm really interested to see how this deck does against the Gruul aggro deck and the mono white deck, because those are the 2 that I think we had the most trouble with. If I do better versus those, I'd be inclined to stick with this list. But this hand isn't amazing, but I don't know. It's close. I sort of feel like we keep this, but I'm not really super thrilled about it. They mulligan? Is that what happened here? Or, like, yeah, okay. Play Silvergill next turn, and then, I don't know, hopefully we draw something else to play. Temple, okay. So this could be the ramp deck. This maybe could be like Simic Growth, or like a Flash deck or something. Temple isn't enough to really tell us what's going on. I mean, the Kamena Speaker is okay. It's something to play next turn. Okay, Golden Egg. So this might be like blue-green ramp. I'd rather play this, Merfolk. Let's activate this. I guess discard Island? I don't think we have any... No, actually, we do want the Forest. Because we need the Forest in order to activate Merfolk Skydiver's ability if we draw it. So they're just ramping up. They already know about this, so... Yeah, see? Don't we look like a genius now? I want to proliferate, and I want this here, so if I draw another land, I want the option to just put counters on both of these things. Omen of the Sea. So I'm assuming they might be ramping into something like Agent of Treachery. So Teferi. I don't think Teferi does very much here. Like, you bounce something and you don't die for one more turn. Okay, that definitely couldn't have been the right thing to bounce. Are they just dead? Like, I proliferate here, like, that's 6? Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. I guess that the Skydiver looked really good there. That was neat. It's a good way to add an extra 2 power to the board in the face of, a removal of sorts, so. Alright. I'm turned on to this card. I think maybe there's room for it in the deck. That might be the card that we were missing to help shore up some of the... I mean, it helps against, like, the mono white deck, because, for sure, because a lot of the problem is they have, like, little flyers that can get in. Like, the fuck is it? The Sarah Ascendant, like, we really want to be able to block that thing. Oh, this is so ugly. We're on the draw. We're not going to do anything. No, I want to keep an aggressive hand. This is much more aggressive. Keep this. I'm going to put Benthic Biomancer on the bottom. I just want to curve into, 1, 2, 3. I guess maybe that wasn't necessary, but there's some world where maybe if we draw Trickster next turn, we might want to cast that instead of Silvergale. I doubt that that's going to be the case, but if we play this first, then there's no way that that happens. Let's attack first. Okay. I'm not going to show them the Reejerey. The Reejerey is something they are interested in. Okay, Omen of the Sea. So this might be the same. Actually, this is probably Blue-White Control again. Blue-White Control's been playing this card a lot. It's basically like Ponder with, or that Preordain with Flash. Field of Ruin, that's fine. I mean, yeah, again, if Teferi bounces something, we can just kill it easily, so not super worried about it. Oh, that makes sense. So we got to be careful here because this might mean that they have a sweeper, so I don't necessarily want to commit too much to the board here. Let's play Island, play Silvergill. I mean, if we draw Spell Pierce, that would be fantastic. Nope, alright. So you kill this guy, and you go to his face. But Shatter the Sky could definitely be a thing this turn. They play like a Plains. And I don't think... I don't know if I want to play these necessarily. Oh, yeah, Fable Passage, so... Oh, that's interesting. Get in 9 damage. It's not nothing. Alright, let's see. Do they have something for this? They might have a counterspell. Ah, fucking settle the record. Alright, you know what? It sucks, but at the same time, we can definitely rebuild from this. I totally forgot about this card, so... let's just get 3 islands. Alright. Well, I mean, that was bad. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I keep forgetting, like, this card, you know, is in Historic. It's not in Standard anymore, but it is a 4-mana sweeper, so... at least we have good ways to make use of this mana, though. Because we can definitely play a lot of stuff. The question is, do we actually want to play a lot of stuff? I don't think we have a choice. Like, I think we have to play everything if we want to kill them. Yeah. We'll see how this works out. If they don't do anything, I might just proliferate this. But again, now if they shatter the sky, like, I still have a 4-power creature in play. So we will get to draw a card. The time wipe would suck, though. That's definitely an option they have. Destroy all non-giant creatures. Yeah. Okay, well, we can't really weather another sweeper without a counterspell. If this keeps up like this, we probably need the 4th Spell Pierce. Alright, that thing's, like, gonna kill us. I don't have a good way to defeat... This is too late. I can't defeat this thing. No, we lose. I needed this way earlier in this game. I don't know what it is. Like, when we're in the lower tiers, we seem to go up against more control decks. So maybe, you know what? Yeah, whatever. Let's go and put our Spell Pierce in here. I mean, when we climb up the ladder a little bit, the control decks seem like they fall off a bit. I think Growl Aggro is just a better deck in general, so it fights its way to the top more. Let's put in that, and I guess we're gonna take out one thing. What do we take out here? I think this card is actually fine. Maybe take out one Jade Bearer. Still gives us 10 1-drops, so. Alright, we'll see. I mean, this style of play is definitely going to force us to play into sweepers more. Okay, this guy's name is just Teferi, so I have to assume that we have to play against blue-white again. I mean, I really want to keep this against a guy who's named Teferi, but we can't cast like 2 of the important cards in our hand. Fuck it, I'm going to keep it. Alright. He played... Oh, no, we are fucked. No, and we're going to get punished for this. Yeah, this... I mean, we do want this card against this deck, but it's not going to really do us any good here. Alright, we're going to pass. Hopefully Trickster will do something. Yeah. Well, it's going to kill off this Daxos at least. Let's reveal Merfolk Skydiver. Because it's the only one I can guarantee I can't cast if I drew. I guess I could reveal, like, one of these. But I don't know. Something like a Johnny could happen this turn. Yeah, that's really bad. Damn it, like, this hand was not good against this deck. And it's just going to continue to get worse. Alright, well, maybe we can weather this storm a little bit. I guess... What do I want to put a counter on? This thing? I really don't want to play this Benthic Biomancer because it's going to be terrible. So I think we just pass here. Shani's Pride Might is a problem, for sure. We don't have any good answers to it. I mean, I wanted this card, but, like, no, this is a huge problem. This isn't enough to solve this problem, so... Thought about maybe something like Sleep or Water Trap Weaver. Go fuck that. Well, they're already at, like, 31, so, like, this is going to be totally useless. Yeah, fuck it. We're not winning this match, so... They can cast Sarah Ascendant and just have, like, a 6/6 flyer. We can't beat it. God, fuck, that was terrible. I mean, that was not a good keep against this deck. Spell Pierce in general is very poor against their deck, so... And we have a hard time with the Johnny's Pride Mate. I don't have, like, any cards in my deck right now to fight that, so... Pride Mate is just something we're weak to at the moment. I don't know, maybe, like, Water Trap Weaver could come in. I did think about that. I want to see if, like, the Jade Bearer makes any difference, but, I mean, Water Trap is something that could be in that slot. That's definitely reasonable. Opponent goes first. We could just end up getting murdered. I want to have, like, this is a much better hand, so we'll keep this. I think I'm going to put the Forest on the bottom. I could put a Kamena Speaker on the bottom. I think that I'm going to put Forest, though. It's more likely we're going to draw another land. Let's play Speaker while we can. It's possible that maybe I should have put Island on the bottom. I don't know. That's hard to say. Jeez. See, like, the problem is now I could play Commander Speaker and a Silvergill Adept in the same turn, but I can't play Speaker and Mistbinder. And I think I need to play Mistbinder this turn because these are getting out of hand. Maybe not. I can make some pretty aggressive attacks right now. Like, there's no way they're going to block this. I should have played the island first, though. That was a mistake. Because now if I want to do this, I have to tap the breeding pool, and I really don't want to do that. I definitely should not have done that. Alright, this is still an exchange I'm happy to make. But I should have had the speaker in play. I'm just not thinking about this. Alright, you get a token. That's cool. We killed off one of their lords, so that's nice. But this is really going to come back to bite us now, because now it's going to be hard to maintain a board. I really needed the speaker in play. Damn it. Alright, let's do this. They can just keep doing this every turn. It might be okay. If we can start getting like the Mistbinders in play, we can definitely go above this thing. Like, they won't be able to attack with the tokens, at least. It's their version of Silvergill. Like, this is definitely a match, like, so far. If I was playing it better, I think we'd be winning. That's gonna get scary really quickly. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't think that blocking is terribly great for them. I don't like where this is going. That is a lot of mana. So why did you tap 6 at once if you're going to do this first? That's clan color. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. We still might be able to get them with the Brazen Borrower, though. Interesting. That is something I'm not a fan of, for sure. They can do that for sure next turn. This is tough. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of this one. Is there any way I can win next turn? I don't think so. Attacks don't really seem smart right now. I think I need to let them attack me and then potentially Brazen Borrower and bounce something. I only have one card in hand. I don't think any of these things have reach. This thing's like really scary though. Like that 6 mana like threatened. That thing can like win by itself. I think we probably have to bounce the clan caller though. That is almost definitely the correct thing. So they have access to 5 mana. I guess I could just wait for them to put all their mana into it. I could just block this with 2 Kamena Speakers. Oh, fuck. Why didn't I get priority after they did this? That's stupid. I wanted to bounce this after they used their mana on it. That's so dumb. What? I didn't even... Oh, no, because I already bounced something with this, didn't I? Fuck, I didn't think about that. What did I bounce? Damn it, I thought that this was still in my hand. But it definitely wasn't. This thing doesn't get trample, right? We kind of have to block, like, everything, though. Right, yeah, so we have to, like, block 1, 2... Yeah, we can block 3, 4, and we're still taking 9. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Right? So, if I like, my only route to victory is attacking for 5 and then attacking for 5. And I have to block 1, 2, and then like 3, 4. No, we're still dead no matter what we do. I think that I think that I could have played that better and won that, but I definitely screwed up. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like really kind of upset right now by the fact that I'm losing access to my internet. That I should have known about this more than 2 hours before it was going to happen, and it's going to be for 2 days, and that really irritates me. But it's just part of moving, so I don't know how that's going to affect like the Wednesday league that I normally do, because I may not have everything set up by then, so we may not be getting another league until the next weekend. I don't know yet. It's frustrating. I guess this is fine. It's not perfect, but I think I'm willing to keep it. We're on the draw again. Ugh, can we, like, not be on the draw? That would be nice. Still trying to figure out this list. So, like, I guess if I'm going to lose with this list, I'd rather do it early on. Okay, well, that definitely improves this hand by a fair bit. Turn 2 Mistbinder is certainly great. So then turn 3, we can then play Silvergill and Biomancer. Oh, that is... So, Overgrown Tomb. Okay, so that's fine. So let's see, this might be the... I'm gonna play like Murderous Rider and like maybe Vraska in this deck. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's fine. So actually, let's just play Silvergill and Cometa Speaker. We can play Benthic Biomancer and adapt it next turn if we so choose. Maelstrom Pulse, that is a historic specific card. I will discard. We already have a Hinterland. Trying to think. Is there any reason to keep the unclaimed territory over this forest? I don't think it. I'm going to keep the unclaimed territory. I think that's slightly better. Maelstrom Pulse is one of the cards they added to Historic. I got to be honest, I totally forgot about this one. But I also don't think I was willing to play around it either. It's one of those things, if they have it, they just have it. Yep, there's Vraska. She can minus to destroy it, but they lose Vraska if that happens. I mean, that's fine. That's actually more than fine. I don't know if I want to be attacking with this Reejerey just yet. I'm going to play it, though. If they play a creature, I can potentially bounce it with the Borrower, so... lets me attack for more damage. And I'm just hoping they don't have a sweeper. That's pretty much... that. I mean, they definitely could. Like, I think Finality is one. This is probably a Field of the Dead deck, since they're playing so many different things. Jeez, I had two of these. Oh, that's... Alright, well... I guess... I'm going to keep the Breeding Pool in hand. Alright, what are your last two cards? They just lands? Alright, I need to kill you quickly. Because if you top deck something really scary, then, like, we're not going to be able to win through that. So this gives us a 3-turn clock. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they don't have, like, the field in this deck. What are they ramping into? That's what I'm curious. This could... something like Torment of Hailfire, that could be... That's terrible. Okay. Let's tap this thing. Yeah, I would love to activate this. Please draw a Merfolk. Yes! This is fantastic. Tap this thing. Garrick has to go away so that, you know, these don't kill us. Okay, well, I guess we just trickster these down and we win. That. Come on. I think we're still winning this, though. We attack for 8, and then we have 3 in the air, so... This Brazen Borrower can win even through these things next turn. Oh, they have another Vraska's Contempt. Alright, well... I guess. Alright, well that's going to make things harder, but... it's not over yet. We find a Lord that's still really good. Like, Mistbinder's fine. Kind of wish I had kept another land in hand for this Benthic Biomancer. Well, that's going to make things difficult as well. Alright. How good at this game are we? They just keep top-decking ridiculous shit. We're going to top-deck ridiculous shit. Okay. Keep Borrower here just in case, but I think we win. Alright, cool. We beat the Golgari deck. They drew pretty well, actually, but I think we just kind of, nailed them in the end. We drew just as well as they did, which was nice. Alright. We got a little bit more time here before the deadline. I don't know if, we only have 2 Jade Bearers in the deck, so it's hard to tell whether they're doing anything. See, this kind of hand is terrible. We don't have any actual 1-drop. Spell Pierce is not a real 1-drop. This is much better. I guess we're just putting Hinterland Harbor in the bottom. Holding up this Spell Pierce is going to be difficult, though. So we're not going to have a lot of mana to do it with. So we're going to go Benthic into Silvergill and then hope that, maybe turn 3 the Spell Pierce will do something. But kind of we're relying on drawing a land in the next couple turns so that we can deploy Spell Pierce plus a 2-drop in turn 3. I don't think we're going to do better, so we're probably going to keep this. What is this? Chocolate? Okay. I don't want to blame the opponent for this, but it could be my network that's disconnected or something, but this feels like it's taken a while. Maybe it's their network, who knows. Look at this beautiful land. This is John Avon does some of the best land artwork in the entire game. Fight me on this. For sure. I love his land. All the basic land. Especially the core set lands. They're always my favorites. Come on. Okay, is the opponent just, not here? I do not have time for you to be doing this. I want, like, real gameplay to show off here, not just, like, opponents not at the keyboard and then, you know, we win like that. That's not helping anybody. This card needs, like, the Ishton glasses on it. Benthic Biomancer is totally a nerd, and I love the way when, like, Ishton draws Ben, it has, you know, like, the giant glasses on. It looks so adorable. uh, what do you think it would take to, like, get Wizards of the Coast to allow, like, altered artwork in the Magic client here? I wonder if there's a way to do that, like, without their... Like, are there image files that, like, somewhere that you could just replace, like, the artwork for these cards in? I'm curious about that now. And if they, like, would it be okay to do that? Like, okay, I guess they just weren't there and they lose. Yeah, I wonder, like, is it possible to replace the default card art? Like, I have to imagine that would be against the terms of service, because that would totally defeat, like, the whole card style thing that they're trying to sell to people. Otherwise, you could just make your own card styles, and, like, then why would you pay them gems or whatever for theirs? But I still think it would be awesome if you could do that. Just for your own client. It doesn't have to show up to your opponent that way, but it would be cool to see it on your side. Alright, we're going first. This hand looks absolutely fine. We keep... Play Unclaimed Territory first. I don't know if there's any real reason to play the other one. I think we're just going to do this. Because I guess if we just draw, like, basic lands for the next, like, 3 turns, or the next 2 turns, then we might not play this Breeding Pool untapped. So maybe there's some reason to playing Unclaimed Territory that makes more sense. I guess if our intention was to hold this up on turn 2, then playing the Breeding Pool first makes more sense, because you don't want to shock yourself and pass. That definitely tells them that you have something. But since we're like 100% playing Mistbinder, I think it's correct to play the Unclaimed Territory. Yeah. So my advice is if you are planning to play a flash spell, do not play the shock land in turn 2. Play the shock land in turn 1. But if you're gonna play something that's not a flash spell, then definitely definitely play the not shock land in turn 1. So I might adapt this. But we have Spell Pierce in case they play like Teferi. That's something I'd want to counter. Ooh, Lazav. Yeah, that's gonna happen. The Multifarious. Alright. I guess we're tapping his ass down. Thibble Thip is not attacking, like... We're just gonna get him. We're gonna get in for a bajillion damage. I think here they just probably block this and take 6. Yeah. But it's gonna be too little too late. Like, I think that Trickster probably has got this in the bag for us. Even if they play a creature, like, does it matter? Like, I think this is the combo deck, right? Ah, fuck! Damn it! That was the one thing we couldn't beat, like, Mox Amber into that, so... Damn it! Alright, well... It might be okay, because Trickster might still be able to get there. Ugh! I hate this. I'm going to play the Kamenis Speaker, because it lets us hold up the Spell Pierce, and it puts just as much pressure in play. to any target and you gain 3 life. Ah, I can't stop. Like if I spell pierce it, they're just gonna pay 2 mana for it, so it's useless. Yeah. I gotta be quicker about this. Oh, this is just getting ridiculous. Like, Urza's Ruinous Blast with the Mox Amber was just way too much. We did not have this up at the right time. And now we're stuck on, like, 2 lands. This is terrible. Like, they have enough cards in their graveyard, I think. No, not yet, but they're close. They can almost get Ur. They can almost do it. Like, I'm not worried. Oh, fuck. They can definitely make this a thing. So I think we do have to use Trickster on this to keep it from becoming this. They can pay 3 mana to turn it into Uro before it attacks. Which means I think we have to Trickster it down in that case. Yeah, they're going to do it. What the fuck are they doing? No, they don't need to pay 4 mana for that. They only need to pay 3 because it costs 3 mana, right? But I'm definitely going to Trickster it down. Yeah. And just pray that this is enough. So we go Trickster this turn, Trickster next turn. I need to draw a land this turn so I can like play Trickster and then still have like Spell Pierce. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. So, like, what are their other 2 cards in hand right now? Okay. So here I might just Trickster it down again. And then next turn I can just Brazen Borrower and bounce it. Alright, maybe we can come back like this. What are the cards in their hand? Are they just like nothing? Okay, I'm not going to make you sacrifice or discard a permanent. Well, I mean, you could have... The Spell Pierce is just, like, totally dead at this point. They're just trying to do stuff with Azov now. Teferi Time Raveler... Oh, we're fucked. I can't deal with Teferi right now. They can totally play Teferi, and that's terrible for us. Or not. Now, they named Teferi Time Raveler. They were looking for it. Okay. But they didn't find it. But they do have these stupid Uros in play, so... I guess we gotta wait until their turn to, like, cast... or to use Brazen Borrower. They can definitely use this, like, Urza's Ruinous Blast, though, which is unfortunate. So I think we have to go after Tamiyo. Yeah. So I can't afford, like, Urza's Ruinous Blast being a thing. But I also have to wait to... I need them to... I want them to go to attacks first. They're going to name Teferi again, I'm assuming. They do have Teferi. So when they cast Teferi, I'm going to have to bounce this, but that's going to be unfortunate. Like, it is what it is. Okay. Like, I can't counter Teferi. The Spell Pierce is doing nothing. We're stuck on mana. At least we can keep this from attacking again. Like, Teferi can just bounce a Merfolk Trickster, and then that's terrible. But I don't think we can defeat all these. They don't... No, they do have enough mana to, like, actually cast it. Alright, well, fuck it. I concede. I cannot beat this again. Like, these Spell Pierces are fucking terrible. Like, we're not doing anything with them. They are just poop. Alright, I don't like Pierce at all. I don't think it's doing anything. So I'm going to take it out of the deck. I think it was better when it was Wizard's Retort. At least then, like, it could counter spells, you know, when we went to, like, a turn where it mattered. Where are my retorts here? Am I stupid? Where? Oh, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a lot of wizards, but I'd still rather have like 3 mana cancel, maybe sometimes 2 mana cancel. We can put 2 of these in and try these. This is also a wizard. That's relevant, I guess. Sure, I don't know. We'll just try it and see if it works better, but like a lot of the problem is like when we're going to like, you know, past turn 4 or 5, like these spell pierces just look awful, and if we're trying to like aggro them out and then they're casting a sweeper that we don't expect on like an early turn, like, and we don't have pierce at that point, it's not really doing any good. We're going first, except the problem is that this hand like is terrible with double Hinterland Harbor. This hand is basically like the same hand, but slightly worse. At least we can do something in turn 1. I don't know. I don't think it's great. Oh, fuck. That's terrible. Okay, well, maybe not. I don't think they're going to block this, so... But now Wizard's Retort is a thing now. It can counter something this turn. No. Let's just use this while we can, because that's just going to get out of hand. Okay, I guess we're probably countering anything they do this turn, so... Okay. It would help if we drew more land so we could double spell. No. That's, again, still really bad if that resolves. Because this is just like a Soul Sister on crack. Yeah, I gotta attack. It keeps them away from that magical 30 number for their Sarah Ascendant. If they might have something like Ajani this turn. Heliod is also a thing, I guess. It's only an enchantment right now. It's not a creature, so... Ooh, that's helpful. Double blocking is not going to work out for them because we definitely have Brazen Borrower to just, like, blow them out. Yeah, play Cometa Speaker and then hold up the borrower, so yeah, it's fine. You can have 1 life. I'm just gonna bounce something anyway, so like the 1 counter on that doesn't really matter. That seems bad. So if I just like bounce one of these things, right? I don't know, what are they going to use it for? That's what I'm interested in. Okay. They're going to make a token, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. That's the problem. Like, what happens? Okay, so this, you need, what, 5 devotion, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I bounce this thing, this is not a creature anymore. This is so hard. See, I bounced this, they only have these 2 things, right? Does that do anything? I'm not sure. That definitely did not help my cause playing that pre-combat. What am I doing? I can attack them, but that's not going to do anything, so... I guess this has to die? Ugh, I have to be, like, mismanaging this so badly. Yeah, they can block that, and then this thing just dies. I can't beat them having a second one of these tokens, but, like, I also can't beat them having all of this either, so, like, I'm giving up. This mono white deck is ridiculous. Like, I don't... There had to be a better way to play that. I'm not on it today. I've not been on it for a while, and it's just been, like, a lot of stress relating to moving, and I'm not focused on playing. I can't help that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so, like, yeah, I don't know. This stress is kind of getting to me a little bit. There had to be a way to do that better, I'm sure. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. This hand is fucking terrible. This doesn't do anything. Like, we have to mulligan. We're on the draw, and this has, like, no power to it. This looks much better. I think I'm going to keep this, and I'm probably going to put the borrower on the bottom. So you can go Biomancer into Mistbinder into Water Trap Weaver. This might be mono blue. This could be control as well. Yeah, it looks like blue-white control. Alright, well, I mean, in that case, let's just play this, because they might play Teferi, but if they do, we can just kill it. But this also leaves us the option to then just, like, hold up Wizard's Retort for a while, and if they don't do anything, we can just adapt away one of these islands. Like, playing Teferi and bouncing something is not really that big a deal. Because then we can just attack and kill it anyway, so it's just, like, gain some life. Like, I don't know, the tempo on it's not good. Well, that has to help. Like, what do you do here? Seal away? I think I want to counter... No, I can't, like, waste a counterspell on that. Whatever, just take one. There's way more important... Why did I pass? I should have played this Benthic Biomancer first. Again, like, I'm just not thinking about this. I'm so frustrated with myself at the moment. I am just not focused on playing well. No. Like, this has to get countered. But I should have a 1/1 Benthic Biomancer in play. That's what's pissing me off right now. Discard Breeding Pool, I guess. I don't want to play too many creatures because it just walks into them playing the sweeper. Well, that certainly helps. I guess if we're just going to draw a bunch of Wizard's Retorts against this deck, it's going to feel a lot better, isn't it? That's probably fine if that's there. If they want to play their stupid Dream Trawler, we have the answer to it now. I don't really want this. I want to do this because I feel like it's going to make them feel safer. Just in case there's some way that they do remove everything, I can still hardcast this. So there's only one unknown card, so this has to make them feel good about just going for something. So, I think that, yeah, bottom both. Alright, well this has got to be good news for us. Yeah, so like whatever they have, we have a retort to answer it. I don't know, maybe they just don't have anything. Yeah, nope. Alright, that means they're probably dead. Alright, cool. See, a Spell Pierce would not have done it there. They had, like, so much untapped mana, so, like, Wizard, I don't know, maybe Wizard's Retort is just the thing that we need. I wish that there were more one-drop wizards we could play. I don't know, like, what about... Is something like, Mistcaller in this format? Maybe Mistcaller is the thing that we need. I go first. This hand's not actually that bad. We can play Cometa Speaker into like Skydiver into like maybe if we draw an island this and Cometa Speaker. Well, actually no, we don't have a wizard for that. So I mean, it's sort of a weird hand because it's double forest. We don't usually want to see two forests together, but this is sort of keepable. I'm going to put the counter in the Skydiver. I think this turn we really want to see Island. Ooh. Okay, so this is the Adventure deck. This is fine. Reveal Speaker, because we're going to 1000% play that. Still really need to draw another island, though. Okay. Mirror Regery is pretty good, too. I could just bounce this with Brazen Borrower. I think that makes the most sense. Oh, I thought I clicked in that already. Never mind. Because if they just replay it again next turn, then I can just play Mirror Regery and they're dead. Regery is good enough to win. Okay. I don't understand. Why didn't you just play that? You couldn't. Didn't you want to play this and get your two 1/1s first? This doesn't even like that was so terrible. I guess. I think what if you have 3 creatures to block with, at least you know there's a chance that you don't lose there. But what's the point of playing Lucky Clover if you're not going to play the adventure spell in that? I don't get it. That felt like that was just a pony mistake. So maybe it's not just us making those mistakes today. All right. Well, we're getting close to the bad time. So I think this is going to be the last game for today. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. No, we can't keep this. This is terrible. Come on, deck. What are you doing to me? Like, if one of these was, like, a blue-green land, I love this hand, but I can't keep that. This is, like, the same bad hand. Fuck. I guess, like, I can't go to 5. That's terrible. Excuse me. Alright, well, maybe there's hope. So we can play Forest and then either one of these two. Temple. Oh God, no! This is gonna be awful. This deck has. I think this is like the Jeskai Punishing Fires deck, and we really need like Wizard's Retort, and we don't have it right now. So they have like tons of things that can just like ruin our lives. Like, you know, that's not helping our cause. For sure, that's a problem. So, what do I do here? I guess... Well, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I guess I discard Benthic Biomancer because then next turn maybe I can play both of those things. This might just incentivize them to sweep the board, though. I mean, I can't really play around a sweeper at the moment. Yeah, that's terrible. That's fucking terrible for us for sure. And once again, I can't really do anything about this. I can bounce fires like it takes up their turn. I guess that. Play this. They can just replay fires and then play a 5-drop. It just means they can't play a second spell, or like a... Yeah, they can't play 2 free spells this turn. They can only play 1. Because that counted as one of their spells for the turn. But, like, we have no answer to this. Like, it's going to kill us. That's definitely going to kill us. We are totally not beating this deck. Like, we need... This is a deck... You have to, like, use Wizard's Retort on this thing, and we don't have Wizard's Retort, so... So let's see. They can't... That's one of their spells, right? What's the second one going to be? Like, when they have to use mana for cards, then it gets a lot harder, but, like, this just... Yeah, alright. Nope, we're done here. That's alright, because I'm out of time anyway. My internet is about to go bye-bye, so... I don't know, I think that we have some work to do with this list. I don't know how to, like, fix this, but, I don't know, let's look at this. I'm not quite feeling it, like... It's either lacking something against aggro, or it's lacking something against the control decks. It's hard to tell what the right way to go with this is. I mean... Yeah, it's... Maybe, like... There's got to be, like, some way to play this that makes more sense. I think that this is a necessity. I don't think that Spell Pierce is going to cut it. There's just, like... We saw way too many times where Spell Pierce wasn't going to do it in the late game, where Wizard's Retort actually does do it, so... I do believe in this. I guess Skydiver was okay. I don't know if we need all 4 copies of that. Maybe we could trim some for something else. I don't know if we didn't really get to see like a lot of like Gruul decks yet, so we haven't seen this card being very good. It might just be that until we get like up higher in the ranking, we might just need to play like more counterspells or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to, like, look through this list to try to, like, find whatever the right thing is going to be. I'm not sure what it is just yet. But I think that maybe there's an answer to it. Maybe it's something like Brineborn Cutthroat and lets us play more at flash speed. I don't know. Like, that's possible. What else? I mean, it's also possible that maybe, like, we just play, like, 2 more counterspells in, like, this slot. And again, I'm not really sure what it is that I'd want to play there. It's all really tough, so... There are some options, I think, but... I'm just gonna have to, like, maybe Quench. Quench looks like... Yeah, I don't know, like... It can be okay, but it can also not be okay. Like, it can be pretty bad at the same time, so... It's so-so. We're playing best of 1, which is a lot. I think it's a little bit harder to try to tune this deck for, because having everything that you need in 60 cards, it like tends to be rough. Decks like the control decks can get away with it because they get to play some pretty flexible answers that can deal with a lot of different nonsense. Like the sweepers can deal with basically any deck that has creatures in them, whereas like we struggle a little bit against like the Gruul deck and the mono white deck. The flying hurts and like the big fat creatures really can slow us down. And like against control, like we only have like these 4 cards against the sweepers, and they tend to play a lot of them. So yeah, I don't know. we, some of these cards are okay against them. Like, I like the stuff like Brazen Borrower and maybe even Merfolk Trickster, like, are fine because you can play them at the end of their turn, but the problem is, like, Teferi is such a beating. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe something like Mystical Dispute might make more sense here, but Dispute is not really good against, like, some of the other decks. Deep Root Waters, this could actually be, like, maybe what we want. Actually, I kind of believe, like, that's a possibility. We could play, like, 2 of these and try this. This might make more sense with the... I mean, I think the Skydiver is fine. Like, it having flying is okay, and, like, we did get to see, like, the proliferate do its thing. I hate, like, I keep wanting to, like, move the mouse over to, like, point at different parts of the card, and then I keep, like, scrolling off of it, but yeah, the flying I think was fine. Yeah, the proliferate ability, you know, that really we saw it once or twice do what it was supposed to. That could be what we want, and uh, I mean, even it just being a 2/2 flyer for 2 that's like gets pumped up by the lords, that's actually not too bad. Deep Root can help us go wide, and like this is a card that like helps us recover from sweepers a bit. If we just start like we cast a lord, and now you have 4 power on board, like from an empty board state. That's not terrible at all. So maybe that's something that we want. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Deep Root is what we need here. I think this card is okay. We can try this and see how it works. Other than that, like, yeah, I don't know. I think that's how I'll bring it next time. I think we still need to see a little bit more out of this before we decide yay or nay on it. Other than that, like, we advanced a little bit, but we just got into gold. We didn't get to play a whole lot, so it's hard to really say, you know, how if this was successful or not. But we'll have to wait till next time, I guess. So let's just open up our prize pack and see what's in here. Okay, well, that's not something we're interested in. I noticed, like, now they, like, have these cards, they, like, when, I guess, when you get your first copy of them or something, it just, like, puts a little note on this, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know, I only have that, but we're starting to amass some gold, like, that's kind of nice. I could play more limited, like, if you were interested, maybe we could do something like, you know, this Arena Cube Sealed, but I mean, it's a good excuse to spend the gold in something that, but I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys care about limited at all, or do you just want to see constructed stuff? I'm interested in your feedback in this. Yeah, I didn't. I got like a little bit of attention on the vintage one, but really not a whole lot, and that's kind of sad because like Vintage Cube was like one of the most fun things that I've ever played on MTGO. It was an absolute blast. Like you should check that out. Vintage Cube is ridiculously fun. I don't know if they're still running it, but definitely go watch the video at least. Like we got to play a really fun deck that did some dumb things, so I think it deserves a little more attention than it normally gets. And I know I don't play a lot of limited in this channel, but it's not because I don't like. It's not because I'm not like or that I suck at it or anything. I'm just normally not interested in playing like standard limited or anything. I do it sometimes, but the cube is much more interesting to me because you actually get to play with a lot of fun cards. So I really do like cube, and yeah, I'm curious. Do you guys play it at all, or are you just mostly constructed players? Like, what is everybody's favorite stuff? Like, what's your favorite format in general? Like, tell me. I want to hear. Do you play like standard, modern, pioneer? Like, I don't know if we have a whole lot of legacy players. I think there's a couple people that follow legacy though. I haven't gone to it recently, but we'll get back there eventually. It's just legacy has not been as fun because of Astrolabe at the moment, so we've kind of been shying away from it, and it's hard to like put time into it given that there's not really the paper events to prepare for anymore. So if you're a legacy aficionado, I want to know that too. Like I want to know whatever your favorite formats are. Just like please let me know in the comments. Like that's something I'm interested in knowing. So until next time, yeah, thank you for watching. I like I said earlier, I'm not sure when the next video is going to come out. I might have to skip one for this week depending upon how the move goes. And yeah, like I said, I also am going to struggle with having network in order to actually play Magic Online. I still have access to like Twitter and like to read comments and stuff on my phone, but I'm not going to have access to play like MTGO or Arena to record anything. So that's unfortunate. And I mean, I also am going to lose my ability to play fucking Xbox One. So but yeah, it's been a long time since I've been without internet on like my consoles or PC, and I don't know how I'm gonna survive. So, but I'll make it through somehow. So, yeah. Anyway, like I said, until next time, I will see you, and check Twitter, and I will let you guys know what the deal is if we're gonna be missing the league, or if and when that's gonna happen. So, all right, take it easy, and yeah, that's all I got.